From ingredients to the dining table, let nutrition safeguard the daily health of every family. Welcome to the Family Nutrition and Diet class. In the last class, we discussed the macronutrients that provide energy. Today, we turn our attention to those nutrients that do not directly provide energy, but are crucial for health, acting like precise regulators and lubricants, minerals, dietary fiber, and water. Today's content will be covered in the following aspects. First, let's learn about minerals. Minerals are inorganic elements, essential for constituting human tissues and maintaining physiological functions. They cannot be synthesized within the body and must be obtained through the diet. Based on the amount required by the human body, they are divided into major elements and trace elements. Major elements such as calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and magnesium are required in relatively larger amounts. Their core functions are: first, forming body tissues. The most typical examples are calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium, which are the main components of bones and teeth, maintaining their strength and hardness. Second, maintaining electrolyte balance and neuromuscular excitability. Potassium and sodium ions jointly maintain the osmotic pressure balance between intracellular and extracellular fluids, ensuring nerve impulse conduction and normal muscle contraction. In family diets, attention should be paid to adequate potassium intake, for example, from vegetables and fruits, and control of sodium, the main component of salt. Trace elements such as iron, iodine, zinc, and selenium, although required in minute amounts, have crucial functions and are indispensable. First, iron. It is a core component of hemoglobin, responsible for oxygen transport. Iron deficiency leads to iron deficiency anemia, characterized by fatigue and pallor. The diet should include heme iron from sources like animal liver and red meat, which has a higher absorption rate than non-heme iron from plants. Second, iodine. It is a raw material for synthesizing thyroid hormones, regulating body metabolism and growth. Iodine deficiency can lead to goiter and impaired intellectual development. Iodized salt and seafood are the primary sources. Third, zinc. It participates in the synthesis of various enzymes in the body and is crucial for growth, immune function, and taste perception. A characteristic of minerals is their appropriate intake range. Too little can cause deficiency diseases, while too much may lead to toxicity. Therefore, a balanced diet is the best way to ensure optimal mineral intake. Next, we focus on a special type of carbohydrate, dietary fiber. Dietary fiber mainly comes from plant-based foods. It cannot be digested and absorbed by the human small intestine, but plays a key role as a scavenger in the large intestine. Dietary fiber is mainly divided into two categories. First, soluble dietary fiber found in oats, barley, legumes, and fruits, for example, apples, citrus fruits. It dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance, which can delay gastric emptying, slow glucose absorption, helping stabilize blood sugar, and bind with bile acids in the intestine, aiding in lowering blood cholesterol. Second, insoluble dietary fiber found in wheat bran, whole grains, and the stems and leaves of vegetables. It does not dissolve in water, and its main function is to increase stool bulk and promote intestinal peristalsis, thereby effectively preventing and alleviating constipation. For families, the methods to increase dietary fiber intake are very simple. Replace part of refined grains with whole grains, for example, brown rice, whole wheat bread. Ensure daily intake of sufficient fresh vegetables, especially leafy greens and fruits. Appropriately, increase the intake of legumes. Finally, let's talk about the most basic, most easily overlooked, yet most important nutrient: water. Water is the main component of cells and body fluids, accounting for 50% to 60% of an adult's body weight. It participates in all chemical reactions in the body, serves as a carrier for substance transport, regulates body temperature, and acts as a lubricant. The body's water sources include drinking water, water from food, and metabolically produced water. An adult with light physical activity in a temperate climate loses approximately 2,000 to 2,500 ml of water daily through urination, sweating, breathing, etc. Therefore, the Chinese dietary guidelines recommend a daily water intake of 1,500 to 1,700 ml, about 7 to 8 cups. The key points for healthy family water drinking are: first, drink water proactively. Don't wait for thirst. Thirst is a signal of significant body water deficit. Develop the habit of drinking water regularly. Second, prefer plain water or weak tea. Avoid replacing water with sugary drinks. Third, drink small amounts. Frequently distribute intake throughout the day rather than drinking a large amount at once. Finally, let's review today's content. First, minerals are the body's inorganic treasures, forming structures and regulating functions, requiring a varied diet for adequate intake. Second, dietary fiber is the intestine's scavenger, maintaining gut health and preventing chronic diseases, necessitating increased intake of whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. Third, water is the source of life involved in all physiological processes and should be consumed proactively and in sufficient quantities. These three working synergistically with macronutrients and vitamins collectively maintain health. For the practice of family diets, the core recommendation remains food diversity and balanced combinations. Strive to make family plates as colorful as a rainbow and ensure adequate water intake to lay a solid foundation for the whole family's health. That concludes today's class. Thank you for listening. We hope you can apply the knowledge learned today to your dining tables tomorrow. We'll see you in the next class.